EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Foxborough, Massachusetts, where the end zone militia, they are ready to load those muskets and fire them time and time again here at Gillette Stadium. Today we've got a fun little clash in the AFC, as it'll be the Houston Texans taking on the New England Patriots.
And now, your defending AFC champion, New England Patriots.
Just about time to rock as Toe gets ready to meet leather. And we are underway in Foxborough. Oh, able to avoid him. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the former Mississippi State product, the mobile quarterback, Dak Prescott.
It's been a lot of fun watching him advance in his career. Many people question his ability to throw the football coming out of Mississippi State. He's conclusively answered that question. In addition, a very strong runner and an even better leader.
And they start things off with a carry by Gibbs here. Boy, left that first defender grasping at air as he winds up getting a full 8 yards on that play.
Next, the receivers help spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down.
Second and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Counter play, here's Gibbs. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time he uses quickness to make a play.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Throwing, Prescott. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. 3rd and 7 now.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. Looking to throw, Prescott. And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. Myles Garrett coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. The Texans send the punter out. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. So out comes the Patriots offense as they'll get their first shot at things here. It's Josh Allen that'll be orchestrating the offense, a 6'5" quarterback from Wyoming.
And in this league, there are many quarterbacks who have their most success running the ball, while there are others who have big arms. There aren't too many guys who can do both. And at the end of many games, this guy leads his team not just in passing, but in rushing as well.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. Short pass caught by Henry. They'll wind up getting just a yard. And that will bring up second down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on. And I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot first down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
They'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. Now Allen. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Josh Allen, very athletic at 6'5", showing the versatility, picking up the first on the scramble.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the first down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Now the pitch to Henderson. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
That's another Patriots first down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter from Foxborough. It's the homestanding Patriots with the football, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. And now they'll throw with Allen. Short pass caught by Henry. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 23. A good pick up there at 20 yards.
And this is exactly the kind of drive you're hoping for out of the gates. They're mixing the run and the pass well, keeping this defense off balance early. And they're on the march here with another first down.
On first down, it's Henderson. And he'll get about 5 here, so he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Now 2nd and 5. Again, it's Henderson. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
What an advantage having a lead guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Allen going to throw. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Oh, they were so close. That close to their first points of the game. Just needed to hang on just a second longer, but he couldn't complete the process of the catch through the jostling from the defender.
On for the Patriots field goal. A 34-yard attempt.
And his kick here is good. And the Patriots jump out to a 3-0 lead. So a pretty good opening drive. That'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They wanted 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today for them.
After the made field goal, back out is Borregales to kick this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Out come the Texans as you get a look at offensive coordinator Nick Caley. His guys trail here in this first half, and now they'll focus on trying to get some points on this upcoming drive. Drive starts with a run from Gibbs. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
But there's an incompletion, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Prescott from the gun. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Now Prescott. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 10. Prescott to throw it. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because that incompletion's on 1st and 2nd down. They got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right. To the air again, Prescott. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
JSN, as he's known everywhere around the league, was the Offensive Player of the Year in 2025 with nearly 1,800 yards receiving. Why is he so dominant? Terrific combination of route running and hands.
To throw is Prescott. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
Offense is moving it a little bit, have them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Now a 2nd and 10. Here's Prescott. That is caught by Dell. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots 28. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Now Prescott. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
Patriots 26-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 8. From the gun, Gibbs will get it. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they're dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that?
And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. So on fourth down, Texan kicker Ka'imi Fairbairn comes on. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because, you know, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
Field goal is all we've had so far. 3-3 now as the kick is away. Gets past one man. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Patriots headed out as you get a look at Josh McDaniels, their offensive coordinator. He is as intense and as focused as you'll find in this business, and all eyes, including his, are on what is to come in this next possession. A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here 1st and 10. Here's Allen. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
That was a nice grab. Just couldn't get the feet down, right? Needed that toe tap sequence there. Whatever size shoe he's wearing, probably need about a half size smaller to complete that one.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
They need 2. Here's 3rd down. Now Allen. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
That's good for a Patriots 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Here's Allen to throw it. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the 1st half. Well, Charles, you know, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. He's got the distance, but it's no good. Wide to the right. So we are deadlocked at the break here, and the EA Sports Halftime Report starts now. Here's Scott Hanson.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Scott Hanson here with an abridged version of the halftime report. Both offenses still trying to find their way. Tight competitive game, though, as we are tied at the half. To find out who will come out on top, let's rejoin our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Scott, thanks very much. And we welcome all of you back here on EA Sports for quarter number 3. Second half ready to roll. 2 field goals, the combined output in half number 1. Could be first touchdown wins. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Here comes the Patriots offensive unit. They'll have it first here to begin the third quarter. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
To the air, Allen. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down.
Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
Throwing now is Allen. And this is going to be incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. To throw, it's Allen. Got a man, it's Kayshon Boutte. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They'll get 11, but still a little short. Fourth down. The Patriots send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return.
And the Texans will take over.
The Texans offense and Jahmyr Gibbs headed back onto the field. And he's had his fair share of troubles in this one, unfortunately. This defensive front has wreaked havoc throughout the contest, and he hasn't been able to create enough space to make something positive happen to this point. Looking to put a drive together. Play fake. Here's Prescott. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. And he'll be taken down by the face mask, it appeared. And yes, out come the flags. So it was already a gain on the completion, but tack on some more with that penalty.
Absolutely, and no matter what angle you're making the tackle from, you can't grab the face mask, and that's just putting your defense on its heels just a little bit more.
So the penalty yards marched off on the face mask. Here's 1st and 10. Play action now. Prescott. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Room to maneuver at the 35. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
Off the play fake, Prescott. And his throw is incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game. that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Third quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10.
Here's Prescott. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Prescott now. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 20-yard line.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Prescott now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%, and it's 1st and 10. Gibbs straight ahead. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Cameron Hayward getting upfield to make the stop.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Throwing. Prescott. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Gibbs. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Kaimi Fairbairn now to attempt the Texan field goal. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals at 6-3.
Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. And I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
Fairbairn now, following the made field goal, he'll send this one away.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. New England trying to get a place on offense.
And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
They'll start on the ground with Henderson. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
On play action, Allen. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Now Allen. He's got his target. That's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A very well-executed play. It goes for 29 yards.
And sometimes when you see a running back lined up out wide, you think maybe he's just a decoy. But not in this case. He was lined up out wide to the left, turned into a primary receiver, and picked up a nice chunk of yardage.
Henderson now on 1st and 10. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. The Georgia man, Roquan Smith, came in and got him. 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Foxborough. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Allen now looks to throw. Gets this complete to Butte. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down.
It's a gain of 7.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Allen going to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 23.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Allen now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%, and it's 1st and 10. They'll run it. This is Ramondre Stevenson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Oh, and a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. And it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
Here's Stevenson. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Ramondre Stevenson, a 10-yard touchdown run. And the Patriots have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. Now Andres Borregales for the extra point. And he's got it as the lead is now 10-6. That time a 9-play drive. And it was polished off by a Ramondre Stevenson touchdown run. Following the touchdown, Borregales back out to send this one away. And he returns this to the 22. Houston's offense taking over again. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Looking to put a drive together.
Looking to throw. Prescott. Smith and Jigbo hauling it in on the out route. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds.
At the 24-yard line.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line.
Touchdown, Houston! Jahmyr Gibbs, 76 yards. And the Texans answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth-quarter lead. So minutes after giving up the lead in the fourth quarter, they say not so fast. Big play, and they grab that lead right back.
Talk about a seesaw game. Up, down. Did you have a seesaw? Did you play that when you were a kid?
Oh, yeah. Out on the playground, absolutely.
You had to make sure that you matched weight, though, on the other side, though, right? Otherwise, you could be up in the air a long time.
By the way, we're not done in this one. I think we're set up for an exciting finish.
For the extra point.
Fairbairn good with the extra point. And that gives them a 3-point lead.
13. Patriots 10.
It only took him 2 plays there to find the end zone. The last one, the long run, getting him in for 6 points. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Gets around him. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. New England's offense set to go. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter. Looking to put a drive together. Allen off the play fake. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
That was a nice job defensively of disguising their coverage and making it difficult for the quarterback to lock in on a receiver, and it results in an incomplete pass.
2nd and 10. Allen.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Operating from the gun. Allen. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. 14 yards is the pickup there, and the New England first down.
Boy, that completion comes with a high degree of difficulty, especially on the catch. Had to look that one in one-handed, able to do so, and ends up picking up a first down as well.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. And again, it's Allen. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort.
10 more yards. Complete to number 83. 10 yards on the pickup.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. To throw is Allen. He'll dump this down to Stevenson. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45.
A gain of
Well, they got the yardage they needed there, picked up the first down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have, as well as the understanding where they are on the field?
45-yard line.
This is 1st and 10. Now Allen. Got Stevenson again. Back-to-back plays. Nothing open downfield. They went underneath.
Yeah, see if you can get it to your running back. See if you can make someone miss in the open field.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 40-yard line.
They'll come up now on 2nd down. Here's Allen. And pass complete. Here's Butte with it.
I'm starting to wonder here. Are they trying to prevent winning? Because right now, they're laying back and they're picking them apart, moving the ball downfield. I think they got to start bringing a little pressure towards the quarterback.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Throwing, Allen. He's got Brown on the out route complete. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Allen. Looking for A.J. Brown again, and he's got it again.
Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game.
1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
Here's 1st and goal. Allen. And that is incomplete. On the coverage, a little too good there. And it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and
Limited
goal.
time left on the clock after that incompletion. So I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Throwing is Allen. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Now Allen. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th. Wow. What a game this has been, and what a drive that was, Charles, to take the lead here late in the 4th quarter.
And, partner, that's a job well done by everyone, from the players to the guys calling the plays. And if I may introduce just one downside to the mix, might be a little bit too much time left. Enough on the clock for a final last-ditch effort to try and steal this win away.
The extra point now for Borregales. And that will make this a 4-point game. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it's capped off by the late touchdown that puts him out in front here in the final minute of the contest.
The kicking unit out for the Patriots as they send this one away. Oh, nice move. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Texans offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, it's all been on display throughout.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Now Dak.
They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. So the defense helping him out a little bit here late in the 4th.
Yeah, and you're exactly right. And when you're the one doing the chasing, you'll take a little help from the other guys, won't you?
He'll get this complete to Collins.
Gosh, given the time in the short game, would he have been better off just dropping that?
Yeah, when you look at the clock, you think so. But it's hard to get a receiver to drop a football. They're trained to catch everything.
46-yard line.
Here comes 2nd down. Now Prescott. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. And the Pats have just about sewn up this football game.
Even the most tenured quarterbacks can still get fooled from time to time. He clearly thought he had a throwing lane, but the defense shut it down and picked it off. I'm sure he's frustrated with himself, but I'm also sure he'll shake it off.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They have the lead, still a one-possession game, but the defense got to stop. They've got the football now, just salted away, right?
Exactly. That's all the defense is counting on from their offense. They did their job in a big way. You know they're over on the sidelines now starting to take their tape off, and, hey, we've done this thing. The offense has to put it away, and that means ball security.
Absolutely. Stranger things have happened.
Another run on 2nd down, trying to cover up.
And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining.
The tackle made back at the 48-yard line.
The Patriots in the victory formation as they'll take the knee. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
They'll run for it. It's Stevenson.
And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain.
What a ball game this was. What an atmosphere this was. And the home team getting the late.
Cowboy Nation, led by head coach Brian Schottenheimer. Here they are, your 2026 Dallas Cowboys.
Game time is here. Glad you're with us. Mike Tirico along with Greg Olson. And off we go from Arlington. And they'll get this up past the 20, but that's it. Good way to start the game for the special teams. And the offense has a long field on drive one. Greg, he's one of the veterans of the league now. Here comes Dak Prescott in the Cowboy offense. Season 11 for Dak. He turned 33 back in July and was third in the league in passing a season ago.
You know, I think there's very few guarantees in the NFL, Mike, but I think if there's one thing that's pretty close to certain, if Dak Prescott is healthy, and in the last couple years that's kind of been a mixed bag, but when he's on the field week in and week out, this Dallas Cowboys team is going to throw for a lot of yards, and they are going to score a lot of points. So it's can they get their defense to go ahead with the play at quarterback they've gotten from Dak Prescott.
From the 25, here's second down and 7. Once again, it's Gibbs. And they'll bring him down around the 27-yard line. Patrick Surtain takes the tackle.
So these, Mike, are the body blow runs. They're not big gains. They're nothing fancy. But they really set that physical tone for the rest of the game where now a good play caller can use some of these early runs to set up something a little bit bigger down the road.
And movement up front. And that's our first time tonight to check in with our referee. That time they got the standout tackle, Trent Williams.
Still third down.
So a much more difficult scenario now. It is 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Dak. He's got a receiver, and that's Lamb. A 19-yard pickup there. That's good for a Dallas first down.
I think it's so critical to start the game fast. When you hear every coach and player harp on it in their press interviews and in their conferences, it's something that everybody stresses, but it's easier said than done. So I think for them to come out and face an early 3rd down and be able to pick up a first and extend this possession, I think it goes a long way towards everybody on that sideline and in that huddle just taking a deep breath.
And a very elusive run there. He winds up gaining about 9 yards.
50-yard line. A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd and a yard. A first carry for the former Tar Heel, Javonte Williams. And that one going to be closed down in the backfield. Great defensive play. Knifing in and dropping him for a loss.
The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the first down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on 3rd down.
He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down.
Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that would be a bit of a letdown.
And he turned nothing into something there. The scramble yields 4 yards on the play.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 6. Play action now. Prescott. That's complete to Devontae Turpin. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. A gain there of 16 yards. First down, Cowboys. Pistol now for Prescott. That's complete left side to Pickens. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
It's a pickup of 3.
So he makes his first catch of the day, and even though it doesn't look like much, Mike, sometimes those are the touches that you can build off of. You know, it's like in basketball, what they say, sometimes you just need to see the ball go through the hoop.
They put Pickens in motion. Second down, Prescott. It's into the hands of Pickens once again. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
The slot man in motion right. They're going to try to run here with Gibbs. And he's not going to get there. Wallop right at the line of scrimmage. And now it's 4th down.
It's 4th down.
On for the field goal now. It's Brandon Aubrey. Officially, it's a 36-yard attempt. Aubrey's kick is good. And the Cowboys are out to an early 3-0 lead. So just a lone field goal in the first quarter of play. 3-0 is our score. We're back to Arlington in a moment. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
On the ground, former Notre Damer Kyren Williams. He's able to get away from one man, but the reinforcements were there fast. He's taken down for a loss on the play.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Parkinson in motion. Stafford now on 2nd down. He's got his man, Devontae Adams. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
A gain of 16 yards.
First time they've looked his way tonight.
Los Angeles.
Good time to do it. It's a 1st down.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
A pitch comes to Williams. And he will not be able to turn upfield. They'll drop him behind the line.
I'd like to see that running back be a little bit more decisive with his cut, Mike. You can see he was a little hesitant, and once you're late making that decision, you just kind of get strong laterally. Great job there by the defense, and he has no choice but to take that loss.
Now a second down throw for Stafford. Throw over the middle, brought in by Adams. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on third down.
And it brings up third down.
Out of the gun, Stafford. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down.
It's just so hard to be a good offense in the NFL, Mike, when you are not good on third down. Your inability to extend drives, it either puts a lot of pressure on your coaches to be aggressive on fourth down or simply punt or take a field goal. You have to maintain possession and give you more cracks to score touchdowns.
And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. Cowboys set to get back to work. And there's a look at Clayton Adams, their offensive coordinator. Adams, year 2 now as the offensive coordinator in Big D. They'll start this one on the ground with Gibbs. He'll try to push forward. He'll wind up getting 3 yards with that one. Cameron Hayward, the former All-Pro, in on the tackle.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 35, here's 2nd down and 7. A shotgun snap for Prescott. He'll find his tight end. That's Jake Ferguson. First time he's caught a ball here tonight, and it is good for a first down.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes.
And he's going to be taken down as we hit the 2-minute warning here in this first half. Dak going to throw it here on first down. Here's a screen set up for Gibbs. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, inside the 20. The screen works for 10 yards and a first down.
All right, Mike, so the way they teach these screenplays to the offensive lineman is you got to stop the defender's feet. You just don't want him to get a free, clean rush to the quarterback because you're so worried about getting out in front of the back. Make him start his rush over again before you slip out. Ball gets dumped right over the rusher's head. Bang, now you're in the open field.
And good red zone running here, taking it inside the 10-yard line. Pick up of 8. Now the Rams going to use the first of their timeouts, and they'll get together prior to this second down play. They'll run the draw with Gibbs. And they'll get him down inside the 5-yard line. It's first and goal coming up. Now a timeout Rams, that's number 2. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down. They put Pickens in motion. Gibbs is in. Touchdown, Dallas.
Now remember back first drive, they had to settle for 3. So they definitely didn't want to have to do that again. So really solid drive from start to end, and they're finally able to cap it off with a touchdown.
Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. It's up and through. Cowboys are out to a 10-0 lead.
Rams nothing.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. They're trying to pin him deep. They'll take this from the 3. And he will get cut down short, shy of the 20-yard line. The Rams offense ready to take over for their second possession. And nothing doing from the offense just yet. Down 10-0 as they come up with 1st and 10. Parkinson in motion. The drive begins with a run by Williams. And wow, tough to bring down that time. Surging forward for a pickup of 6. 2nd down.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional, you become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the 1st down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
That finds Nacua downfield, complete. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
49 yards. And the Rams 1st down.
They'll come up now again. Good news, it's 1st and 10. A shotgun snap to Stafford. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd.
All right, so the ball falls incomplete, but I think what it does now, Mike, is it allows you to stop the clock, get in the huddle, take a deep breath, and now your play caller has to give you the best play. Go get points here before the half and try to build something going into halftime.
Parkinson in motion. Stafford to throw again. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. He didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up 3rd down.
They just have to be more creative with their route concepts, Mike. I mean, there's nobody open, nowhere to go with the ball, and quarterback's just forced to throw that one away.
Throw on 3rd down, Stafford. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down.
Matthew Stafford sacked. A loss of 8 yards. And it's 4th down.
So, halftime straight ahead, and we send it over to Scott Hanson who has the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. Scott Hanson, good to be with you from the Orlando EA Sports Studios with an abridged halftime report. This one shaping up to be a tight one, as evidenced by the scoreboard. Both these teams playing it close to the vest in the first half. What will happen in the second half? Let's find out as we send it back to the stadium and our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thank you. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to kickoff of this second half. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. Across the 20, they'll mark them down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. The Rams offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. The deficit is at 10, so an important drive forthcoming. Getting started with 1st and 10. Play fake. Now Stafford to throw. And that's going to be over everyone. Incomplete. Nothing ever really developed there, and it'll bring up second down.
At this stage of the game, things haven't been going your way, so one more mistake, it could just be too much to overcome. So a nice decision there. Just throw it away out of bounds and give your team a fighting chance.
Second down, it's Stafford. Gonna get that complete to Jamar Chase. And he's gonna be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
A 5-yard pickup on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Third down, they need 5. Working out of the gun, Stafford. Hit as he throws. That one will fall to the turf, and it's incomplete. The pressure too much to get away from that time. Good third down stop, and it sets up 4th down.
And another wasted drive here, Mike, and they start to add up. And coming out of halftime, you would think that they would make some adjustments to try to get some points on the scoreboard, but so far, looks like much of the same.
Not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free.
The Cowboys take over.
The Cowboys offense, Jahmyr Gibbs, set to get back on the field. They had that field goal on the opening drive, the touchdown last time they had it. 2 drives, 2 scores, and here's drive 3. First down, Prescott. It's picked up by one of his teammates. And he's not going to be able to get away. Good defense on the perimeter. It'll be a loss of yardage. He was looking for Jahmyr Gibbs out of the backfield. And that will lead to a second down. That is Ferguson in motion. On second down, it's Dak. There's a short one that's caught by Ferguson. And that's a good gain there. It's going to wind up just a couple of yards shy of that first down.
So often, sacks, especially on first down, can be drive killers. But their ability here to take this from 2nd and long to 3rd and short, they've got a really good opportunity here, Mike. If they don't get it on 3rd, don't be surprised if they go for it on 4th.
On 3rd down, they go with Gibbs. This will not do the trick. They've stopped him behind the line. 4th down coming up.
This is one of those down and distances where the offense really could either run or pass, but give credit to the defense. They sold out to stop the run, and boy, were they right. They take them down for a loss.
On 4th down, the veteran Bryan Anger on to punt for Dallas. Now, fair catch. He'll take it at about the 24-yard line. Kyren Williams and the Rams offense ready to get back to work. And really, he has not produced a whole lot of highlights as we thought about coming in, that he could be a featured back in this one. Instead, no running lanes, no room to operate, stuck at the line of scrimmage, and generally taking this offense out of its flow. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. The motion man is Nacua. Play action now for Stafford. Open man, downfield. Chase has it. And they will bring him down midfield.
It's a gain of 32.
A big play and a much-needed one as well. 32 yards. First down, Stafford. Right back to Chase. He's got it again. And they'll take this down inside the 35. Trying to claw their way back into this one, and that'll help. It's a 1st down.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it, because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
First down.
Trying to claw their way back into this one, and that'll help. It's a 1st down. A give, and here comes Williams. And he's in. Kyren Williams. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Greg, sometimes we say it too often. That was an important drive. That one really felt important for them to edge a little bit closer.
Yeah, now the question is, Mike, yeah, the offense does their job, but can the defense get a stop? They've got to continue to get the ball back to their offense. Let them build on that previous drive, because they've still got some work to do.
Now, for the point after.
For the extra point.
The kick is good. And the Rams are on the board. It's 10-7.
Rams 7.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This returnable from the 4. Oh, he's got room past the 30. The Cowboys offense ready to see what they can do. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. On on the ground to start. They give it to Gibbs. And he is planted in the backfield. Defenders crashing through. Blow up that play behind the line.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
That is Ferguson in motion. On the ground, this is Gibbs. And he can barely get out of the starting block. Stopped in the backfield for a second straight play.
Well, they certainly didn't allow the loss on first down, Mike, to scare him out of this run game here on second down. But now after taking a loss on first and second, it puts him in a tough spot here coming up on third down.
Dak facing third and long. A throw left side, but it's incomplete.
And barring an aggressive decision here on fourth down, it just seemed like a really wasted possession to go 3 and out, not able to pick up a single first down. Not only do you not able to gain any field position advantage, it really takes a lot of the wind out of your sails as you find yourself jogging off the field and the punt team coming on.
Anger now on to punt. That kick is away. But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return.
At their own 26-yard line.
They'll start this on the ground. It's Williams. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this third quarter of play. So, points at a premium. Defensive battle so far as we are through 3. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. From the 31, here is 2nd and 5. Fourth quarter begins, and it's a run by Williams. They tackle him at the 38, but that run is good enough to pick up the first down.
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen, and not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2, but it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor, and when you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground, man, it makes such a big difference for the offense.
On first down, right back to Williams. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. A gain there of 11. First down, L.A.
Remember this one thing, Mike. It is not how well or how often you run the ball in the NFL. It's when do you run the ball well in the NFL. And I think that's what a lot of these offensive play callers are starting to realize. Can you run the ball well in critical moments of the game? More important than how many gross yards you run for.
The coverage right there, and it dropped away, incomplete.
And at this stage of the game, it's both teams that are really seeing who can make the big play to swing the game in their favor, and this time it's the defense. He's able to get his hands on it. Mike, I think they're lucky he wasn't able to get both hands on it because it could have been even a bigger play.
To throw on second down, Stafford. That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. Made it uncomfortable for the receiver. Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up third down.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. When that defender's bearing down, you really get a good idea of what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are unwilling.
From the gun on third down, Stafford to the left side, and Adams has it. Down the left sideline. What a game this has been. Back and forth we go, and that fourth quarter score changes the lead one more time.
And we've seen the lead go back and forth, Mike, and now the question is, can they get a stop? Can they find a way defensively to hang on to this lead and get themselves this big win?
They'll line it up to kick the extra point. It's up and good. And the Rams are on top. It's 14-10.
Cowboys 10.
So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown, trying to kick it back the other way. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Cowboys offense ready to get back at it. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Gibbs. He steers clear of the first tackler, working his way forward for a gain of about 4.
And as of right now, they find themselves trailing at the moment, but it's certainly not because of the ground game. I mean, he's averaging over 4 yards per carry. Just hasn't been enough to overcome some of their shortcomings elsewhere.
Now a 2nd down throw for Prescott. To the left side, caught by Lamb. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. Prescott to his main man, Lamb. CD gets the Cowboys a 1st down.
As this game continues to come down to the wire, Mike, it just reminds us, this is where quarterbacks earn their keep. You are judged by how you play in these critical moments. In fourth quarter, down a score, it doesn't get much bigger than this.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. That's a gain of 11. And they'll move the chains with another 1st down.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
In the middle of the field, it's taken by CD Lamb. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
Pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 37-yard line.
So 2 minutes left to play in the 2nd half. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. Now, 2nd and 4. They'll drop to throw. Oh, the pressure too much. He goes down.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
That is Ferguson in motion. On 3rd down, Prescott. A short throw caught by Ferguson. And he's going to get awfully awfully close to the first down marker, but appears just to be a few inches short.
The initial reaction is, how does this quarterback not throw the ball past the first down line to gain to try to extend this drive? And the reality is, because they've already decided they're going to go for it on fourth down.
Now or never, they'll throw on fourth down. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And he's going to pick up the Cowboys' first down. As the defense nowhere to be found, they picked up 20 on fourth down.
First and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Now Prescott. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him. That's a timeout for Dallas. It's their second. Get the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to go in this one. Now on second and long. Now Prescott. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. And they'll get about 8 out of that one. But still a little work to do now on third down.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 7.
Prescott. And that is caught. He fought with the contact for the touchdown. There is a marker down, but that may be on the defense.
Pass interference. Defense. That penalty is declined.
Now this, an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. An important extra point up and good, so the lead is 3 here in the late stages of the game.
Rams 14.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. The Rams offense ready to take over possession of the football. They'll start out first down and 10. Parkinson in motion. Stafford now to throw on first down. He doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. And the Cowboys are going to come away with the football. Good work to get the first down, and Greg, maybe good fortune that they're able to keep possession after the fumble.
And I know where his mind is, Mike. He's so focused on getting that first down, which he does a great job getting, but it can't come at the expense of protecting the ball. Now, in this case, he's very fortunate. He loses the ball, but it ends up going out of bounds.
That is incomplete, so the task gets more difficult. Time for maybe 2 plays. That's it.
Great job there defensively, separating the man from the ball. And this is the moments of the game where you need your best players to step up. And this guy's showing what he's capable of doing in the game's critical moment.
They'll try again here. It's 2nd and 10. Parkinson in motion. Stafford now on 2nd down. Short throw pulled in by Parkinson. And he'll be taken down, and that is going to do it. Oh, the comeback falls short. Time runs out. This game is over.
Los Angeles.
That one good for 29. So on is the kicker, Harrison Mevis, in a big spot. This to force overtime. Cowboys going to use their 3rd and final timeout, and they'll get a chance to catch their breath over on the sideline. So on is the kicker, Harrison Mevis, in a big spot. This one he's got to have. This one is good. Would you expect anything less from this game? We are going to get some more. Headed to overtime. So overtime is coming up, and why don't we give you a quick refresher of the rules. In an exhibition game like this, each team still guaranteed a possession, that we know, although any defensive score ends the ball game. Each team gets 2 timeouts, but a slight change from a regular season game. We're not handing out any ties here. These 2 teams are going to play on until we get a winner. Four quarters could not determine a winner. We get back underway here in overtime. This will be returned from the 6. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. So now here are the Cowboys. Their offense ready to make their way back onto the field. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Pistol now for Prescott. This pass right side caught by Lamb. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
A run up the middle, it's Gibbs. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard. That's it.
A gain of a yard on the play brings up 3rd and 4.
Let's see what they do on 3rd and 4. A shotgun snap for Prescott. That's into the hands of Turpin. 3 and out to start the overtime would have hurt, so a big play there to pick up the 1st down.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
New set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Now Gibbs. Not much happening there. Just a short game.
He's brought down at the 42-yard line. A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's a 2nd and 9. Back to throw is Prescott. That's right side. He's got Ferguson. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Good work after the catch. They get 16 and a first down.
Now, this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
There's very few defenses in today's NFL, Mike, that you can play the cornerback position and be unwilling to tackle. Those days are kind of over, so give credit to this guy. I mean, he identified run, he understood his leverage and gap fit, and he's able to bring him down for no gain.
I had a defender draped all over him, incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a third down.
And they got the look they were hoping for, one-on-one on the outside. He's just unable to hold on to it through contact, and I think that was a big opportunity missed.
Prescott from the gun on third down. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
And with that sack, it should put an end to what's been a very promising drive up until this point. Great job of bend without breaking, getting yourself off the field when the opportunity presented itself.
Cowboys special teams unit heads out for the punt. And he's on for a big one here in overtime. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Rams offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They'll do so with 1st and 10. On the give, it's Williams. And this is going to be a big loss. He kept retreating, looking for an escape hatch. Down nothing. And they get him down well behind the line.
Look, Mike, I realize most people, if they saw a lineman of his size waiting for him, they would just run the other way. But it's his job to try to find a way around the big fella and get what he can. Running backwards only turns a small setback into a much bigger one.
That'll bring up 2nd and long. Out of the gun, Stafford. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. Deron Bland, good coverage, and he gets his hands on that one.
That's one of those plays where you come off the field, Mike, and you're getting a lot of high fives. Hey, good job. But then that secondary's coach pulls you over to the side and says, hey, nice play. But next time, let's come away with the pick.
This one intercepted. Picked off by Christian Gonzalez. And the Cowboys are going to have it with a chance to win this game here in overtime.
All right, Mike, so think about the spot this defense found themselves in. They know they've got to come up with a stop or a big play somewhere, or this game's over. And what do? They go out and get a huge turnover to give their offense the ball and a shot to win this game.
As the Cowboys head back out, we take a look at the Rams' defensive coordinator, Chris Shula. Shula, of course, in the football family business. Grandfather, the great late Hall of Famer Don Shula, his dad David, Uncle Mike, both coaches as well. For Chris, it is his 3rd season heading up the Rams defense. They go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Williams. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout. They'll be down to 1 remaining timeout here in overtime.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
So, pressure kick coming now for Brandon Aubrey. This one to win it in overtime. Now, whistles and a timeout. They'll have just the one remaining now here in this overtime. So, pressure kick coming now for Brandon Aubrey. This one he's got to have. This kick is good. He got it. So it's a win for the Cowboys. This was a close-fought game. They were able to get themselves into field goal range here at OT. The final kick sailed through the uprights to finally close out this victory. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olsen and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. It's a win for the Cowboys as we say so long from Arlington.
Here's the kicker, Jake Bates, ready to get this one started. And into a sea of red, we're underway in Kansas City. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Chiefs offense ready to take the field with none other than the three-time Super Bowl MVP, Patrick Mahomes, leading the way.
Boy, it's great to see him back on the field after tearing his ACL last season. And most people know about the ability. We've seen it for so long. Never forget about the determination. I expect him to get back to elite play and fast.
A quick throw caught by Rice. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. They'll run. It's Kenneth Walker. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Now Mahomes. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down. Pretty good location there on that throw.
It really was, wasn't it? That was likely one where the receiver was either going to catch it or no one. Really good decision, and boy, what a catch and move right there.
And a tough spot to get it over the middle. That's into the hands of Worthy once again. He'll be stopped shy of the 45 despite a great move. Only able to gain a couple there, and that's going to bring up second down.
At the 43-yard line.
From the gun, it's Walker. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
Here now, 3rd and a yard. Here's Mahomes to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 32-yard line. Defense was expecting run, and they're dealt a pass of over 15 yards.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Mahomes will bring him up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down.
And we constantly talk about people being on the same page. In this situation, the two of them saw the play with the same eyes. They understood where the open spaces were going to be, and they found a way to get there to pick up a new set of downs.
To throw, it's Mahomes. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down. Facing some long odds here if they hope to convert, as they're well behind the original line of scrimmage. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. On 3rd down, here's Walker. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4.
Well, they certainly didn't appear to be fired up about their options throwing the football. So, to me, this seems like a case of just kind of taking their medicine there, run the ball, see if they can pick up something. Instead, they were throwing for a loss.
Ariza is on to punt here as he gets this one away. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. So here are the Lions now backed up for their first drive. They'll be led out by the 7th overall pick in 2018 from Wyoming. It's Josh Allen.
I remember when he came out of Wyoming, the big question mark, could he be accurate enough to be a star in the NFL? I think it's safe to say he's put all of us in our place and put those doubts to rest. He can roll out and run it He can bomb it over your heads. Everything in between is an absolute nightmare for defenses to try and prepare for. And when he's on him, he's an MVP caliber player each and every time he takes the field.
It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a first down.
The last thing I want to do is not give Amon-Ra St. Brown his due, because he is one of the most consistent receivers in the league, but he's much more than that. Tough, gritty, competitive. His third straight year last year with double-digit touchdowns for his Lions.
It'll be a gain of 5. And it'll be second down. If you're these receivers, you got to be ready, because when he's going to throw it quick on that RPO, he's going to throw it quick.
And this is why you spend time with your guy either in the offseason, during the week, the whole bundle. Because sometimes it's just telepathy. You both see the same thing, and he knows get the ball to him right away.
We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. The Lions with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. Allen now on the option right. And he probably should have given that one off, as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Now Allen. And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. 4th down.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. Back deep for KC, Xavier Worthy. This is fielded at the 27. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. As the home team's offense makes their way back out, we show you the defensive coordinator for the visiting team. His guys looking to come up with a stop here in this tie game. The Chiefs in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. That'll be caught by Rice. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. The end result, 21 yards.
Yeah, that's a good start to drive number 2. Remember, they had to punt the first time they had it. So maybe a little bit different sense of purpose here, and they start out with a nice gain and a quick first down.
Mahomes will bring him up 1st and 10, and he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. And they'll go on the ground. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time, because let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Mahomes going to throw. He's going to have the hook up here to Chase. That'll give him 8 that time. And now we've got a 3rd and 3.
Makes it 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. And he is caught. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. Walker now at 1st and 10. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside, as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage
Brings up second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
2nd and 10. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be second down.
9-yard line.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Throwing now is Mahomes. And that is incomplete here.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
There they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. Mahomes now to throw. Buying time to his left. And he'll be brought down well short of the first at about the 9-yard line. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So on 4th down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Butker's kick here is good. And we have action on the scoreboard just before halftime. It's 3-0.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Lions go back to work as you get a peek at their offensive coordinator, Drew Petzing.
And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. From the gun, it's Allen.
He gets this out wide to Gibbs.
That'll go for a gain of 7. And it's second down.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. So the shotgun snap to Allen.
Smith and Jigba with the ground.
And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Here's Allen to throw it.
He's got right on the short throw.
The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1.
The 50-yard line.
Possibly a good spot here to take a shot as they come out with 3 receivers to the left on second and less than a yard. From midfield, here's Allen. And that'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 24-yard line.
Charles, to move the chains that time, they had to complete it into double coverage, and they got it done.
And it's never easy overcoming multiple defenders, but he sure made it look simple. Found the right spot to exploit and won his 1-on-2 matchup.
Allen going to come to the line here, 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive.
He'll go right back to St. Brown.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch in a row, first down.
So halftime straight ahead. It is time to join our good friend Scott Hanson. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to our studios in Orlando. Scott Hanson with you, and we'll keep it brief because the scoring has been brief. Just 1 field goal as we play on 3-0. I was promised there'd be touchdowns, so let's find out if we could get one in the third quarter. Send it back out to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Scott, thank you. And this one's still anybody's game. We'll see who can come out with a hot hand in this second half as we are about to get underway.
These offenses seemingly still back at the hotel for the first half. 3-0 our score as the second half gets underway.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Lions getting set to go on offense to start the third. And they're on the losing end of things here. What do they need to do if they're going to turn things around, CD?
Partner, it's awfully close to being a must drive here, I think, for them, because I think a touchdown here in this opening drive is something they absolutely have to have. They only managed 3 points in the first half. They know that's not going to get it done. So without adding pressure to them, they already know the stakes. They need a touchdown here to get things started.
The second half starts with a run by Gibbs.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Allen.
Short pass here taken in by Laporta.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll make it second down.
Gibbs straight ahead.
And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Now Allen.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. That gain on third down, good for 28.
But the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on third down, that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right, he's pretty much been completely neutralized. They'll break the huddle and come out with 4 receivers, 3 of them to the right side, 2nd and 7. Throwing now is Allen. Setting up the screen, this is Gibbs. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. To the air, Allen. That's to the tight end, Laporta. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Outright to Smith-Njigba. So they'll get nothing out of that play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Again, they'll throw with Allen. Going right back to Smith-Njigba. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here, 3rd and 14. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Bates' kick is good, and that will tie us at 3-3. So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD, and it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far, finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. A beautiful fake. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Chiefs offense and Kenneth Walker set to take over once more. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 23. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5. In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. On the counter, it's Walker. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
In on the tackle.
No gain there on 1st and 5, and it leaves him with a more standard second down.
At the 28-yard line.
Now Mahomes. That one caught by Rice. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Gain of 14 yards. And a Kansas City Chiefs. First down.
3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. We're back now in KC. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. Up the middle, here's Walker. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's second down.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. That ball caught. It's Rice. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain there of 30 big ones.
Talk about a momentum shifter right there. Tie game, 4th quarter. These are the plays that win you games. And now defensively, the question becomes, how do you respond?
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. A pitch comes to Walker. Oh, he sheds himself free. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Now here's Mahomes. And he will find his man on the outside. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it's second down.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. Out of the gun, Walker with it. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Walker is going backwards as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
When we say the game's on the line, I don't think we're overstating it here. These next few plays could very well decide this one. Advantage defense there on 1st and goal as they're able to get in and force the loss on that play.
In motion right is a running back. To throw, it's Mahomes. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, Brandon, we see why it's a team game there because there's a sigh of relief that they just released defensively. If he's able to get that one away, that's likely a touchdown. But instead, that pressure from the front got to him and forced the incompletion.
You're right. He had him open, just a split second too late on the release. Here's Mahomes, 3rd and goal. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This for the lead in the final stages. Butker's kick here is good. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals at 6-3. We still wait on the first touchdown of the game, but a second field goal now makes it a 6-3 score.
Yeah, I know a lot of people would call this the definition of winning ugly. To me, this is gorgeous. I'm a defender, right? I love these kind of games. The tension is high. Who's going to make the play to win it? And right now, that field goal may be the advantage they need.
After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away. Oh, look at the juke. Jukes by again. And he takes it all the way across the 40 before going out of bounds. Josh Allen in the offense now. Down by a field goal. 2 minutes, 20 seconds to go. They'll have 2 timeouts and, of course, also the 2-minute warning as they go to work on first down. And they start things off with a carry by Gibbs here. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
He's brought down at the 39-yard line. It's a gain of 20. And the Lions first down.
Three points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, this defense has been physical all game long, and it certainly looks like they're not going to back off and make things any easier. They want to keep making life miserable for the receivers all the way to the end.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Here's Allen. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Now Allen. Open man right side is St. Brown. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
To throw is Allen. And in for the Lions, touchdown. Brock Wright, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Lions have taken a fourth-quarter lead.
Did you see how the linebackers froze for just a second? That's why you run play action. You want to keep them rooted in the spot and create a little bit of extra space so your tight end can find some room behind them. And then the quarterback finds his target downfield, and he turns it into 6 points.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And he's got it as the lead is now 10-6.
Makes the score Lions 10.
5 plays there on that drive. And it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. And now on ice, shift over to the Chiefs, trailing by 4. Under a minute 20 to go. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down. Mahomes. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked off by Kirby Joseph. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
And Detroit getting set to go now. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Gibbs will get it.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Here is 3rd and 5. Allen to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Bates' kick is good. And that'll open the lead up to a touchdown now at 13-6. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Machine
The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
Chiefs. First down. First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Final minute. No timeouts at their disposal. Here's first and 10. Mahomes. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
A couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You're having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
Mahomes to throw it.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Mahomes will throw.
Under pressure, and they got to him again. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on third down.
And a fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say good night from Kansas City.
you.